Hey everybody, in this video we're going to read the next chapter of Enemy Spy. Chapter 6, X marks the spot. Something strange was going on. Why in the world would a guy in a trench coat and shiny shoes stomp through the woods with a boulder? I scrunched down lower and lower, and just when I thought for sure he was going to see me, he took one last look over his shoulder and then turned, slip-sledding on pine needles as he went down to the river. He went over to the bridge, he went under the bridge. I watched him through my binoculars, scooting over a few trees so I could keep an eye on him. I lost him in the shadows of the bridge for a minute. 2 minutes. Not knowing where he was made me nervous. Had he figured out I was there? Could he be sneaking up behind me? Did he have a gun? Then I spotted him coming out from under the bridge. Looking left, looking right, hiking back up the riverbank. Only now both his arms were swinging free. No boulder. I watched him get back into his car, and right before he drove away, I zoomed in and took a picture of the car. When he was gone, I just stayed put a minute, thinking. Obviously, this guy was doing something sneaky, maybe even illegal. But with a boulder? The car was long gone by the time I decided to investigate. I strapped on my backpack, then hurried down to the bridge. And believe me, I was on the serious lookout for anyone around. I also wanted to hurry because it was cooling off quick, and the shadows were very long. The sun was going down. Or, really, the Earth was rotating away from the sun, making it look like the sun was going down. Anyway, I hurried under the bridge and checked all around. Boulders, boulders everywhere. I found one about the size of the trench coat guy's and went to pick it up. It weighed a ton. Well, okay, it wasn't really 2,000 pounds. It was more like 50 or 60 pounds. But still, how had the trench coat guy carried something that heavy under one arm? Was he Hercules in disguise? Wait a minute. Maybe it wasn't a real boulder. Maybe it was like one of those fake rocks they use in the movies. But why would he bring a fake rock down to the river? I picked up a stick and started poking at boulders. Any boulder that was about the right size, I jabbed. Clonk, clonk, clonk. They were all solid, didn't budge an inch. Then about halfway under the bridge, I jabbed at a boulder and it went thump. I jabbed again. Thump. Sure looked like a boulder. It even had moss growing on it. I looked left. I looked right. The water running downstream made it hard to hear anything else. If someone came along, I'd never hear them. I reached for the boulder, and that's when I noticed that the moss was glued on, in the shape of an axe. My heart started pounding, my skin started creeping. X marks the spot. I picked up the boulder. Compared to a real boulder, it weighed hardly anything. I turned it over. There was a secret door. I twisted the latch and opened the door. And when I saw what was inside, I knew I had to get out of there. Quick.